thought-provoking,
engaging,
interconnections,
and networking.
Timely and relevant.
The event brings together a range of stakeholders, working on health and the humanitarian dimensions.
And it's also important to reflect and share the experience and look forward, and move forward what we can collectively do.
We see the ways in which the COVID-19 pandemic, the rise of authoritarianism and right-wing populism, that these forces have shaken the very foundations of human rights and global health, with nations often responding to pandemic threats as security threats.
These are children from Chhattisgarh working 200 kilometers away in the chili fields of Telangana. When the lockdown came, the owners of the chili fields calmly shut down those things and said, "Goodbye guys, you're on your own." What happens to those people? What happens when you have a medical emergency?
No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. You have to understand, no one puts their children in a boat unless the water is safer than the land.
It's not just law, it's people who are moving, and we have class and race and ethnicity all interplay with each other in this. It's complicated, but we need to develop common language to learn to talk about this, and this platform allows for that room.
Aid and development organizations are at a turning point and urgently need to change their strategies and methods of functioning in the face of the major disruptors like climate change, the information explosion of infodemics.
And for the summit to bring together people to look at what happened during COVID and also to look at ways in which we can address misinformation and disinformation was really important.
What's different with AI is that it actually requires a much more informed and a much more critical user. So this is where, this connects the dots also to the literacies.
So we have access to raw information, half-baked information, and also knowledge and wisdom, but we don't know how to decipher between them. So literacy is extremely important. It should be essential with every device. I think that's very much needed in this part of the world, which we have been lacking. We are very fragmented. So I think this summit has paved the way for a good coordination and networking.
And then we're also continuing to maintain our activities as much as we can and speaking out about it to highlight what those challenges really are.
So I think those discussions were like a wake-up call, and now is the time that we need to pace up, pull up our socks and start working on them.
So it has been, in that sense, a very insightful and an engaging space to look at the intersections of humanity and health.
We should not stop here. These conversations should go beyond today, and we continue the dialogue and build on the partnerships and the engagements we created today.